Hello everybody! Welcome to almost the end of 2024. I cannot even believe it. But I super love this cozy time between Christmas and the new year and just kind of chilling out, getting things together, and I really love it. I enjoy it a lot. Anyway, my name is Sarah, coming to you from Northeast Ohio. Thank you so much for stopping and hanging out with me for just a little bit today. I just want to do a really quick wrap up, but nothing super formal. I am going to do a nice, well, I say nice video, I don't know, with my plans for next year and kind of how this year ended up numbers wise, knitting wise, because I did have some knitting goals. So we will find out together if I reached them, because I still have a lot of adding up to do. I was trying to have it ready for today, and no, I really just forgot to weigh like a lot of my projects and socks and things, so I don't have very accurate totals yet. So for my own well-being and satisfaction of everything I did this year, I wanted to have accurate numbers. So I just wanted to hop on very quick and update on a few finished objects, and then what I have that hopefully will get finished by the end of the year, but if not, I will be taking into the new year with me as some whips. So I guess let's just get started with the biggest and bestest news of the whole wide world. As I showed on a previous video, I think several weeks ago, I did finish my Moby sweater, which was a gift knit. I can now say it was for my cousin, Kevin. He is very, very knit worthy. I knit him a pair of socks last year and he wears them. He tells me he wears them very frequently, and I've knit him a hat before and things like that. And I knew that he would love a sweater. I just didn't have it quite marked off as a finished object for me because I still had to weave the ends in and block it. I was really worried about the size. I was hoping that blocking it would kind of relax the cables and stretch it out a little bit more. It did not. That does not happen with polyester yarn. I suppose I should have known that, but I'm still in the era of learning what yarns do and their characteristics, and maybe what yarns are good choices for what projects and things like that. I don't know if I'll ever get it right, but I just believe in trial and error. I made it out of respun. It's a Lion brand yarn, respun. It's a 100% polyester, recycled polyester. And I did that part on purpose because I wanted it to be easily washable for him. But I guess just note to self, if I do use that yarn again in any kind of cabled or textured knit, I'll probably just knit a size larger than what I would like. So he absolutely died, loved it. It brought tears to my eyes how excited he was, because I personally know all of the hard work that I put into it. So it just made my day so much. And he said he really liked the fit. I thought that it was maybe a smidge too small. I totally offered to remake it for him, telling him that the sweater I gave him would have a good home. It was not a big deal to do so. He swore up and down that he loved the fit. So I'll probably check in with him. He does not live local to us. He lives in Portland, so he always flies in for a few weeks at Christmas time. I'll check in with him before he leaves again and make sure he actually really likes the fit before he leaves, because if not, it's totally not a big deal, and I'm happy to make another one. But yeah, it really made my day. It was perfect. It was perfect. Other finished object I did get done that I don't have with me, and I didn't even take a picture of it, but I did make another cinnamon beanie, I think it's called. It's the second one that I have made. I talked about it before in a previous video with the last one I made. It's a free pattern by Drops Studio, I think, and it's just a really, it's a great beanie. It's gonna be my go-to beanie for sure. I enjoy making it. I like the process. I love the fit of it. So I made that for my grandpa for Christmas. And then my other finished object, which I have shown on here before, were mittens that I was kind of struggling with the pattern and things like that. But I did end up settling on the Tiilda mitts, which I had said on a previous video as well. And they are all done. These are actually going to be, oh, look at that little, like, well, meh. I didn't notice that till I saw it on camera. But anyway, I do like this thumb a lot better than the one that's included in the pattern. It is a free pattern, so I'm not at all complaining about the pattern by any means, but the pattern is just one where you like put stitches on hold right here, and then just the thumb just kind of comes out straight, where this one is more worked with make one rights and make one lefts, depending on what's hand you're working on. But I really liked the cabling. It's muted a bit with this color, but I specifically wanted to use this yarn because it is, I think I just said this, it's for my cousin's girlfriend who I made the sweater for, and this was leftover yarn from his sweater, so I just thought that was cute for, you know, her to have like a pair of mittens in the yarn that I made his sweater from. So I still have to give these to her. I have not had a chance to meet her or see her yet since they've been home. They've been quite busy, so I should be able to see her this week. I just wanted to show these real quick so I can get them wrapped up for her. So hopefully she likes those. So I got that done. Oh, and then I totally forgot to even mention this. Did anybody realize that I gave up on Vlogmas? Because I really did. There are a few solid reasons why I did. My content just wasn't great at all. My days, especially during the week when I'm working, are very routine, very mundane. I cannot video anything while I'm at work because I'm a nurse, so there's patient care and privacy and HIPAA violations and things, so I can't even really record anything at work without possibly risking something being, you know, exposed that shouldn't be. So I didn't want to risk doing that at all. And then I really was in full on panic mode about some Christmas gifts that I can now talk about. I had had some paint by numbers no, I'm not saying this right. I had been doing paint by numbers. I had shown one on here that I did, and I was really proud of it, and I really liked it, and I enjoyed the process. So I had the idea to, I'm sure there's several companies, but the company I used is Masterpiece by Numbers. I hope I got that right. Where you can send them a photograph, and then they will turn it into a paint by number and send you the canvas, you know, with the print on it, all of your paints and all of that. And I wanted to do that for my cousin, my aunt, and my grandma this year. And I knew that it was going to be an extensive project and that it was going to take me quite a while to do. So I had ordered them back in September. It was about an 8-week processing time. So I had planned to get them at the beginning of November. My initial intention was to complete one of them every 2 weeks, which would take me into early mid-December, which would give me time to make sure that they looked okay, find frames that I liked, and all of that. I'm not sure what happened to my timeline, but it went very much out the window. I was literally panicked. I was waking up very early every morning to work on them, working on them any chance I could. So because a lot of my time was spent doing that, there really wasn't any content to take with those either, because I didn't want to expose what I was doing. Not that I think any of those family members watch my videos at all, but I just didn't want to, again, take that risk. So there just ended up not being anything really worthwhile to video, and I honestly was so stressed out trying to get those paintings done that I just, my mind could not focus on anything else. So I called it quits, and it bummed me out, and I really wanted to kind of put out at least one more kind of like final Vlogmas video explaining what was going on, so people didn't think I just like bailed on the whole thing. But obviously I didn't get around to it. So this is my apologies. I might try next year. I don't know. It ended up actually being taking like a lot of stress off of me to do it. Plus I'm just not, like, I'm not a good videographer and a good like content creator, I guess. Like I'm not, and that's okay. Like I'm okay with that. I just, it's not my forte. Like I'm not very creative when it comes to that kind of stuff. So whatever, I tried and I failed, but that's okay. The most important thing is I got all of my Christmas gifts done and wrapped and gifted, and my the people that I had made the paint by number paintings for, they all loved them very much as well. So it was just a really, really successful and heartwarming Christmas. And I was just so overwhelmed with joy that I was able to bring such joy to my family. So it was good. It was really, really, really good. And then my family and I, like my kids, my husband and I also had like a really, really great Christmas morning too. So it was just a great day. It was a great, great day. So anyway, onward. It's been really weird also now, like not having any like timed deadline projects that need done too. I'm kind of just floating through my free time, like wondering what to do with myself. So, also a really quick Advent update, since I did get so consumed with finishing up all those Christmas gifts, I completely bailed on myself on my Advents as well. I was not able to keep up with anything. I didn't even open any more of my Advents. I think I only opened like day 5 of my Hue Loco, which was my big Advent. I only opened the first week of my Homespun House socks, which were 1 sock set a week for the 4 Sundays leading up to Christmas. And I did not absolutely at all keep up on my Freckled Whimsy Advent socks, which were knitting 1 stripe a day. So I completely and utterly just didn't work. Like they just went out the window too. So it's kind of nice to now have some time to relax, think about what I want to, do coming into the new year, and kind of make some, I'll say loosely solid plans. Because if you've been around at all, my plans change all the time, but I do really want to come up with some solid garments that I want to make this coming year. So we're gonna work on that, and I'm gonna do another little video about that. And in my next video, besides that, I'm also gonna talk about these 2 shelves right here are all whips, and I am frogging probably all of them, to be honest. These are like a really big stressor to me, to have all these things lingering, and I also feel like it's been so long since I touched any of them, I wouldn't even be able to properly pick back up where I was. And I don't mean that in the sense of reading my pattern and where I am in the pattern, but I feel like my knitting has even changed so much over this year, and I've learned so much about my knitting and how I knit and my gauge and just all kinds of things that it just they wouldn't end up being like proper garments. So I'm going to also talk about what I have in all of these bags and what I'm frogging and what I'm going to be keeping. I want to go into 2025 with minimal whips, like minimal, like maybe less than 5, maybe less than 3. I don't know. Let's see how crazy we can get. That might end up being a whole video in itself. I'm really not sure. I'm going to have to like go through it and just figure it out. So anyway, there's lots to come. There's lots to come. I do also, I'm getting totally off track. I just feel like it's been so long since I've done a video. I am really also excited for like my YouTube goals, in the sense of this channel. I never, ever, ever, ever started this channel for numbers or subscribers or anything like that, because I'm not anybody. And I don't mean that in any negative way. I'm not anybody to like, for you to take your time to come and hang out with me. And I feel so lucky that I do have so many that do keep coming back to watch my videos and comment and leave love. And I love it so much. But I do, for my own kind of like, mental health isn't the right word, but like just for my own self, I guess, I really have some goals. And I don't think that they're unattainable. I don't believe in making unattainable goals. That only sets you up for failure. But I do really want to be more consistent with posting. Like I want to do 1 to 2 videos a month, always, always, always. I don't want to drop off the YouTube face for months on end and then try to get back to it and stress out about getting back to it and all that kind of stuff. I like talking about my projects. It's my family gets tired of hearing about them. My friends get tired of hearing about them, but I know you as a knitting community don't. So I want to come on here for that, and just to do that and to grow in that kind of way. So I do want to be more consistent with that. I do want to get better with editing and kind of being a little more, trying to be more creative, I guess, with my videos. My husband is going to teach me how to use my computer and that camera and editing software to do that, because right now I just do it all through my phone and I'm constantly running out of storage space and all that kind of stuff. So he's going to help me do my phone or do my computer. I don't know. I'd like just, to have like a fun little like intro to, and I don't know, jazz it up a little bit, why not? So those are some like YouTube goals for the upcoming year too. So, all right, now let's talk about whips, because they're mostly Advent, like whips from my Advent. First, my Anthology throw, which of course is going to be, a little hard to show because it's now getting like round, but this is where I am with this. This is only the third day that we're up to. So this was day 1, 2, and then 3 is this like orange and greenish kind of. I'm gonna like right now I'm ready to add in the 4th day, but I'm just 4th day. Maybe I'm on the 4th day. I don't really remember now where I am, but the pattern you do end up with like a tiny bit extra at each end, but I won't have anything to do with these, and I'm not a scrappy, I'm not a scrappy kind of person, except for this, I guess. So I'm just going to use up the entirety of the yarns that I have, and then my blanket will just be that much bigger, which is totally fine with me. I love me a big blanket. My phone is about to die, so we're going to be really quick here. Next up is my Freckled Whimsy Advent. I did do these 2 at a time on Magic Loop, which I know I've said I cannot stand, but I wanted them to be exactly the same, and I've never done her Advents before, so I just wasn't sure exactly her like dyeing style and things like that, so I just did do them 2 at a time. So here they are in all of their glory. So these are I didn't even realize these are actually all 24 stripes right here, ending with this hot pink, because I just have like a little dash of it down there. So ending with this hot pink. So I'm actually gonna backtrack this light pink that I started to do, because I just didn't realize there were 24 stripes. And then I'm gonna do the toe. This is the contrasting color that came with it. I'm going to do the toe with these, and then I'm going to go back in and do an afterthought heel with this color as well. And then the exciting thing, I just didn't do my math right at all. I still have quite a bit of these. So I'm either going to make my cousin a pair of shorty socks, because I have not made her socks in a while, or my son, my youngest, who does like my knit socks, said that he would like a pair of these. So we'll see who these go to. Probably my cousin. Just don't tell my son. So those are those. So those are actually almost done. I just have to backtrack a tiny bit, do the toe, and then do an afterthought heel, which I do really like afterthought heels. So that's that. These are my homespun house, the very first week. I'm doing the season socks by Summerly Knits. So this is, it's like, oh my God, this yarn is beautiful, and it is so plush, so plush. And then I am using the contrast that came with it, which is this like kind of brown, for the heel and the toe probably, because I did forget that these sock sets were 70-gram main skein socks. So I just want to make sure I have enough, which I'm sure I will, but because my socks are usually about 70 to 80 grams. So, but I'm just going to do this for the toe too, just to make sure I have enough. But these are like, these are soft. Like, these are plush. I feel very like high class with them. So I'm excited to see her other ones that I got too. That. Oh, and then the very last thing that I'm working on, hold on, let me make sure. Yes, is I was so excited. I got picked to be a test knit for Carly Page. Her, she has her very first pattern coming out, and it's her brick and mortar socks, and I was chosen to do test knit. So I have technically completed it. We just had to do 1 sock by January 12th. So I have it here. Actually, let me put it on a sock blocker. Just so you can see the pattern. And I'm just doing these in Stroll Fingering from Knit Picks. I don't have any actually solid sock colors, I realized. So this is what they look like. I really like them a lot. They're a really, really great pattern. This isn't even showing the ribbing very well. There we go. It's a really great, like addicting pattern. And this is the first time ever that I've done a heel like this, and I meant to look it up before I popped on here, but it's not a heel flap and gusset. And I'll tell you what, I really, really like this heel. So is it like a strong heel or something like that? I can't quite remember, but you work it as you're working the rounds with increases, and I really, really like it. I don't mind a heel flap and gusset, but I don't like having to pick up the I don't know what like the edges of the heel flap and like doing all that kind of stuff, and like I don't know. And then I lose track of where I am on my gusset decreases like all the time, and I didn't have any of those issues with this, and I really like it, and the fit is really, really great. So like I said, technically I'm done, but I wanted just to get the second sock knit up by the deadline as well, just so that I was reading through the pattern twice to make sure like I didn't notice anything weird or anything like that. So I am through the heel, the leg and the heel on this one, and then I ran out of yarn. So I just have to finish these up. I only have the foot to do, and it really flies by. The pattern is just really, really great. I really like it a lot. Like kudos to her for her first pattern release. So I'm gonna get those done as well. I'll probably work on them like New Year's Eve. I would like to have these and my Freckled Whimsy Advent socks done by New Year's Eve. I really don't want to take those into the new year as whips. Just there isn't really a reason to. Like I should have time to finish those up. So those are all of my whips. And then quickly before my battery dies, I just wanted to talk to you guys really quick about some books. Oh wait, no, before that, I wanted to show you guys really quick some things I got for Christmas that I know as a knitter or crafter you will be excited about too. First up is I got a set of Chowgu Twist Shorty. Like, I don't know what they're called. Like, I'm not even gonna take them out, but they're like these guys. And these are the lower sizes, the US 0 to 3, which is a 2 to 3.25 millimeter, and they're the 5 and 8 centimeter shorty sets, like exchangeable sets. And I wanted to start growing this like collection and getting all of these over time. Just I'm hoping that they'll just be easier to do like sleeves on and hats and smaller circumference things. So I'm super excited to give these a try. And then I did get a lot of books, and I'm really excited. I got the Big Book of Latvian Mittens, and like I can't even. There's just like such good, oh my god, there's like such good patterns in here. I can't wait. I cannot wait. And then I got the Cable Knit Style by Joan Ho. And this has 15 different cable patterns in it. Here's some on the back too. I love this one. I would definitely, there's a ton in here. Like I just want to make like every single one. And then I got the Knitting for Olive, one of their books, the 20 Modern Knitting Patterns from them. And I mean that sweater, you guys. Like I can't, there's like, oh my god, there's just like literally like so many good patterns in here. I meant to like tag them, like my favorites, like the ones that I would definitely want to like start working on first, but of course now I can't find any of them. I really, really love this. This is the truffle sweater. I just love that texture like so much. I don't know, there's like 1,000 in here, but I'm super, super excited to spend some time like looking at these. And plus this Knitting for Olive, there's like some history in here, and there's just like things about, it's just like there's a bunch of other info in here besides just knitting patterns. So I'm really, really excited about those. And then because all of the painting and things that I was doing, I was able to get through like quite a bit of audiobooks recently, so I just wanted to go over those really quick. I really enjoyed all of these for different reasons. I read She's Too Pretty to Burn by Wendy Hurd. That is, I believe, considered YA. I liked it. I thought it was engaging. YA, I'm a little like about, just because of like, obviously the content is geared towards young adults. So just like some of the things in those books kind of are like, ugh, but I think it's just because of my age. But it was a really, really good book. There were twists that I was not expecting. But again, I'm very bad at predicting books and movies and all that kind of stuff. So I was surprised. I liked it a lot. Apple Cider Slaying by Julie Ann Lindsay. This was literally like a Hallmark movie murder book. And I loved every second of it. Every second. The Extraordinaries by TJ Klune. I've read a few of his other books. I love his writing style. And I really like whoever does his audiobooks. It sounds like the same person that does them every time. This was a great book as well. This was YA. I think it was YA. But I really liked that one too. The Invisible Life of Addie LaRue by Victoria Schwab. This was a good book. I don't know what it would be classified as. Like, I guess just like nonfiction. I mean, fiction. It's fiction. It's a fake. It's false. But it was just a really, really interesting story. I've never read anything like it before. Like the content of it, it's just really good. I really liked her writing style. I would definitely check out more of her books. And then the last one I read was Part of Your World by Abby Jimenez. It is a series, so I have the second one on hold, but like all of my books that are on hold with my library audio app, they're like weeks and weeks and weeks and weeks and weeks out. So I right now I'm not reading anything, and I need to find something to like listen to. But Part of Your World was amazing. I really liked it. It was romantic fiction, so it was like the whole like, will they, won't they, can they, can't they, like what's gonna happen to them. But I really liked it because they both had like their own stuff going on too. Like it wasn't just about them together. It was like they both had their own stories going on as well, that you were like, oh my gosh. So it was like real life, but not. But I really, really liked it. I'm excited to read the rest of them in the series. I liked it a lot. So I think that that's everything for now. Again, I am going to have some, I'm going to be way better about posting and being more consistent. If for nothing else, I personally need to, like, for my own well-being, because I just get in these like slumps where I don't post, and then I like freak out about it, and then I stress out about getting back into it. So for my own sanity, I just want to keep up with them. Like I said, once or twice a month. I'm not sure what's going to work best for me right now, but I'm going to do that. And then coming up next is going to be going through these two shelves with me, and what am I frogging, what am I keeping, and why, and then talking about 2025 plans. So that is that for now. Thank you all so much for still being here and spending time with me and not giving up on me. I appreciate you all very, very, very much. I hope you have a great day, evening, afternoon, night, whatever time it may be, and I will see you very soon.